Hello, I am Reverend Dr. Dontá McGilvery, that is spelled DONTAMcGilvery. I'm speaking on behalf of the Arizona Faith Network. The Arizona Faith Network works hard to protect our cherished right to vote on the state and federal level. We believe each person's voice is sacred, and we express our voice through our vote. As people of faith, we believe it is our sacred duty to protect the voices of our neighbors. We stand here today because we refuse to be divided. We refuse to allow the differences in backgrounds and beliefs and traditions and skin color and zip codes to dictate who gets to have a say in how we live together and who does not. We stand here today because we refuse to back down. When our prayers, our chants, and our cries for change fall on deaf ears who refuse to hear and refuse to act, we refuse to be discouraged, to be told to be quiet or to go home. We were created in the image of God. That's what we were told in the very beginning. God created us in God's image and breathed life into us. With that breath, we were given a blessing. We were given a voice to use to vote. That's what a vote is. It is a voice. It is our voice. It is our voice expressing our needs, our desires, and our beliefs expressed on the ballot. Yet, here in Arizona, we have seen many bills working to restrict access to voting, working to create hurdles to make it harder to vote, working to undermine our election system, working to attack our democracy. Federally, we have seen voting rights blocked by a lack of leadership that was needed and asked for by people who elected these lawmakers. Under the lie of voter security, leaders, and let's name it for what it is, predominantly white leaders, are working to suppress the voices of the vulnerable in our community. Think of how terrible that is. Our lawmakers are working to suppress the voices of those among us who are struggling the most, hurting the most, needing help the most to change their situation. Our voices as people of faith are so essential in this fight. We have to set up, we have to stand up, we have to refuse to back down, refuse to be discouraged, refuse to allow our voices to be silenced, refuse to allow God to be co-opted in the name of hate, in the name of suppression, in the name of dishonoring our neighbor and silencing their sacred vote. And my fellow beloved faith leaders of all races and backgrounds, we have to refuse to let our privilege make us so comfortable that we choose comfort over justice, ignorance over information, convenience over compassion. Our democracy is under attack. Our democracy is under attack. Our neighbors are hurting. The time to do something is now. Friends, we stand here today because we refuse. We refuse to believe that our country does not value every vote or every voice. We stand here today because sometimes the most faithful thing we can do is to refuse to accept the story that is being given to us and instead speak up, stand up, and march a new story into existence. A story where every voice is heard and every vote matters. That is the American dream, and today we refuse to accept anything less. And with that, it's my honor to introduce